Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. If you're new here, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one. And in today's video, we are going to debunk some of those homeschool myths that I am sure you've heard 1,000 times. This video is in collaboration with a bunch of other homeschool mamas, but it's being hosted by Plan, Prep, Pray. I have to say that really slow because I continue to mess it up every time I try to say it. So make sure you check out her channel along with the other mamas that are listed in the playlist. So being a homeschooler, I know you've heard a ton of myths about homeschool. And so what we're doing is we're just going to debunk some of those myths. We're choosing the ones that we wanted to talk about, and we're going to show you how they're not really true. So I picked 3 that I wanted to talk about. We're just going to go through them real quick and debunk those myths. So myth number 1, homeschoolers are weird. Well, I mean, aren't we all weird? My wise old neighbor that lives down the road, I was walking one day with my dog and we started talking and he was saying, we're all weird, we just show it in different ways. And he's exactly right. It doesn't matter if you went to homeschool or to public school, we're all a little weird. We all have something that's unique about us and quirky about us, and that's what makes us special. So I don't necessarily see it as weirdness, just as that's why we're all unique. And so it really doesn't matter where you go to school. Trust me, I went to public school with a lot of weird people. And I do know a lot of people that are just weird, or I feel like they're weird in general. And I don't say, oh, they must be homeschoolers. I just don't do that. People are unique in their own way, and it doesn't matter if they went to public school or to private school or they're homeschooled. It doesn't matter. So let's just go ahead and say that is not true. We're all unique and different, and that's what makes us special. Homeschool myth number 2 is homeschoolers are not socialized. They don't have any friends. And that is so not true. That could be, that's just like so far from the truth. Homeschoolers are pretty social. If y'all are anything like we are out of our house a lot. We are going to the store, we're going to the park, we're going on field trips, we're going to play with friends, we're going to co-op. And I can tell you this right now, my son doesn't meet a stranger. He can carry on a conversation with anybody. The doctor, an old lady, his grandparents, his friends. This boy loves to talk and communicate. And it doesn't matter if he's been homeschooled or not, because socialization is just knowing how to behave and adapt in social situations. And you don't have to get that by going to school. I was a public school teacher for 13 years, and I can't tell you how many times the kids were asked to be quiet, and how many times I heard my colleagues say, you're not here to socialize. Or at lunch, when they would cut music on and you weren't allowed to talk. So public school may not be the best place to go socialize or to be socialized. I always think of public school as forced association. You're put in a classroom all day long with people your age, and you're not interacting with others from different age levels and different backgrounds and things like that. So socialization is not a problem for homeschoolers. It's something everybody does anytime that you are conversing with someone else. So don't worry about it if you're thinking about homeschooling. Like, how are they going to make friends? How are they going to socialize? You're going to find out that you can do that anywhere. So, not true. And the last one I want to talk about, number 3, is that you have to have a lot of money to homeschool. And that is so not true. Homeschool, you can spend as much or as little as you want to on homeschooling. It really just depends on what's in it for, the budget for your family. Now, we were a 2-income family for many years. And when we were deciding to homeschool, we really had to step back and think, okay, what can we take care of so we can live off of 1 income? So I'm saying, don't just jump into it and think you can go from 2 incomes to 1 that easily. You do have to do some prep and some planning so that you can live comfortably and you can afford those things. So that is important. But do know that homeschool doesn't have to be expensive. You need to make sure you're utilizing those free curriculums, that you are using your library, that you're using the awesome resources on the internet. You honestly could homeschool for free, and there's tons of ways to do it cheaply as well. But remember, it's what you want to put into it. There are tons of people out there that spend all kinds of money. And if that's what works for your family, then that's great. But you don't have to have a lot of money to homeschool. You just got to have that passion to want to, and you just got to be able to use what you have. And so it's not hard to do it very cheaply. And I want to tell you about another YouTube channel. It's called Maple and Roots, and she's doing a challenge this year that you might want to check out. It's homeschooling for free for an entire year. So you may want to go check out her channel. This is something she just started, and I think she also started a Facebook page for it. And she is challenging others to homeschool for free this year. Use what you already have, use free resources, and homeschool for free. This was so much fun to debunk those homeschool myths. If you have any more that you've heard that you just think, these are so absurd, these are not true, leave them in the comments below. And also make sure you check out all the other mamas in the playlist. And as always, thank you so much for watching.